Well, so when Grayson was born, even at 24 hours, we knew he was going to be faced with some special needs. But it was really in high school that we realized he had bipolar, schizoaffective disorders, mental health challenges that were really going to be a challenge for him.
He's a smart, very smart guy, and so he is somewhat aware of his problems.
Prior to Project Search, I was struggling with some things such as self-confidence and attendance.
I first learned about Project Search back when Grayson was in high school. I was at some function meeting and was chatting with another parent who had a positive experience with it.
I felt like it was like a lottery, or I felt like someone was, that this program was too good to be true. I thought, how do I get into this?
I have a few friends that are a few years older than me that had attended Project Search prior to me, and they all had good things to say about the program.
He wanted a job, he wanted to contribute, and I knew that he needed a program that tied all that together for him.
It made sense. We'd heard nothing but positive things. You never know for sure if it's a good fit for your kid or not until they get into it, but based on what I've seen, it is well worth doing.
My first rotation at the beginning of the year was in environmental services. I helped with the trash pour out, and I would have to operate the compactors. And distribution, I would get medical supplies and resupply the closets so that the nurses would have the proper amount of supplies they needed throughout the day.
They didn't look at Grayson's weaknesses, they looked at his strengths, and they really treated him as an adult. And what I saw was a program where they wanted to work with him, and they wanted to find a path for independence and really gainful employment.
They were impressed with how I did throughout the course of the rotation, so they offered me a job, which I accepted, which is good news.
For the first time, I think Grayson's mother and myself can kind of breathe a little bit. Grayson now has a path in front of him, which he didn't have before, and that is very valuable.
If I look at where I was even a couple years ago, and I worried so much about where he would be or where I thought he could be, and he is so much further, it is amazing.
Project Search is a very positive experience. I enjoyed it a lot, and I feel like anyone who is considering the program would enjoy it and take great positive steps as well forward.